Let's talk about the grind. The grind is the church of the mainstream, especially the mainstream football crew, right? The grind. So, do coaches come from a grinder or cat background? How many people think grinder? How many think cat? Okay, you're right if you say grinder. The average coach was somebody that loved sports, that came early, stayed late, worshiped their own coach, asked their own coach if they could stay late. That is our background. The average coach was not fast. Matter of fact, fast people pissed him off. That wide receiver, that Randy Moss-like cat that didn't work as hard as we did in the weight room, that caught all the touchdown passes, we didn't like him. As coaches, who are our favorites? The grinders, the hard workers, right? We love those people. You better learn to coach the cats too, because we need them both. And you got to get rid of all your posters. I don't care how good they make you feel. You need to get rid of all the, like hard work is my church thing. This is a guy, a sprinter from Purdue. Monday, I hate practice. Tuesday, I hate practice. Wednesday, I hate practice. Thursday, I hate practice. Friday, meet day. I love track so much, and just thank the Lord for showing me this sport. I can't wait to compete today. Sunday, my body hurts. I hate practice. If I was a coach at Purdue, I wouldn't do it because it's not a sunshine place, but if I was a coach at Purdue, this guy would be faster, because we aren't as good at things we don't like. We are best at things we like. Feed the Cats is all about creating a fertile soil where kids have fun at practice. No, wait, it's not giggly fun. It is, I'm looking forward to track practice. It's going home and saying, your parents say, how was track practice? Oh, it's good. That's what I mean. Oh, by the way, this guy I'm good on Twitter. I'm really good on Twitter. I never get 934 retweets. You know what that means? This is mainstream. This guy is living the life of the average track athlete at the college level. Any college coaches in here? Good, because I hate them all. Oh, wait, I see a hand. I like you. Good. Like in Illinois, there'd be like 3 days of blue sky and sunshine in the spring. 3 days. All 3 of them were ruined by the fact that I had to go to track practice. I'd say today would be pretty nice if it wasn't for track practice. The more I think about it, I'm terribly scarred by my past. We all are. We're in a battle for the hearts and souls of athletes. I used to think it was just track, but now I think maybe not Texas football, I don't know. But I think the average football team is missing some really good athletes from their school, namely basketball players. In track, we are in a battle to even keep the athletes we have. So we need to recognize that battle and think, what can we do about it? Remember, my son said, Dad, I think I want to play baseball. I had to figure out some ways to make him want to run track. In the Midwest, I know you guys are lucky down here, but it's cold, windy, and wet. Most parents don't even come to meets. I say, well, I coach orphans, because their parents don't even show up. I think they're still going to the baseball game, even though their kid quit baseball. Most track teams are made up of kids that couldn't hit a baseball. What are you doing to promote track and field? This guy is a guy that ran for me in 1990, graduated in 92, before I started feeding the cats, so he's terribly scarred. But he learned the feed the cats thing, won 2 state championships before he's 25, and then I talked him into going to a bigger school. I said, you need to move up, Edwardsville High School in the St. Louis area. And by the way, this is taken during the 4x4. A lot of people think Feed the Cats teams are not good in the 4x4 and they're snowflakes. No way. I mean, this guy will punch you during the 4x4. I mean, no, don't be saying, well, in Texas, you Illinois teams wouldn't even play. Texas is different, okay? If we had double points in the 4x4, our 4x4 would be better. If our 200 meters was not the race before the 4x4, our 4x4 would be better. I would have run Marcellus in the 4x4 if I was in Texas. That'd be dumb in Illinois, because he's going to win the 200. So, he goes to Edwardsville and he writes me, our schedule sucks. This is just 4 sentences. Our schedule sucks, our uniforms are awful, our football players don't run track, and we have no speed. Thanks, coach, for recommending that I change jobs. So, he did something really smart. He hired my son, and then things started to change. Once again, 42:11 is Illinois fast, okay, for an average time. But anyway, team state champs twice, team state runners-up 3 times, and without a doubt the best track program in the state of Illinois. This is pretty cool. Amazingly, the football success went right along with the track success. Imagine that. The head track coach, the guy I just showed, was the head freshman football coach. Perfect. The head varsity football coach was their throws coach. If you can do that, wow. The hurdle coach was my son. He also coached the varsity DBs. His roommate was the jumps coach and varsity wide receiver coach. And then the vault coach was the varsity special teams coach, and nobody talked to the distance coach. I totally believe this. I don't think this is crazy or anything. Now, this kid, the football picture was taken of him as a freshman. He started as a freshman in basketball. His sophomore, junior, senior year in basketball, they lost 6 games overall. He was a great basketball player. He also threw the discus 211 feet. This kid would have probably lived in a weight room in many schools, right? You know who he is? That's A.J. Epinesa. Pretty damn good. I wonder if he's lesser of a football player because of his basketball and discus participation. He is who he is because of his multi-sport participation. Making meets unsuck. Okay, we run an indoor meet. We have 178-meter indoor track. And you would think this is like to see Marcellus run. Nobody knows he's running. This is to see the top 6 shot putters run the Dunkin' Donuts 55 meters. Where they get 12 donuts if you win the damn race. And the people just go crazy. Whatever it takes. We invented the gauntlet mile. Pretty cool stuff. Just imagine running through, you only have a 2-lane track in the gauntlet mile, with Tom Petty blasting, "Don't back down." Just imagine. Fun stuff. Are your athletes excited about their uniforms? When I went to Plainfield North in 2006, it only been open for 1 year. My first year there, we still didn't have seniors. So I walked the hallways to look for kids that had good facial symmetry. Because, okay, this is inside baseball here. Kids that, have faces like this are slow. The chiseled face, fast. So I found these 4 guys. They had never run track before, but they had excellent symmetry in their face. So I bought them white speed suits. They last for about a year because they're white. But this is how we develop a culture of speed. We got rid of the white, but we still have lightning bolts and tribal tigers. And then we dress up like superheroes at the state meet. And we put the records on the back of our t-shirts. We have 2 t-shirts every year. This is our outdoor shirt from last year. Varsity records in one column, fresh soft records in the middle, and then the end was freshman records. When kids break a record, they don't say I broke a record. They say I made the shirt. This is a walking testament for everything we're chasing. We also have the second shirt that has the indoor records. You make the shirt. On both of our hosted indoor meets, we have our meet records on the back. Our conference has decided to take up what I've done for 20 years, and what they do is they put the conference varsity and fresh off records on the back of the shirt. We should always, always make records important. I take pictures at meets because my coaching is done at a meet. I'm not cueing kids. So I take a picture, you start with a good picture, then you send it to somebody who knows what they're doing in Photoshop, and you make a poster, you tweet out the poster, the kids download the poster and frame it. Cool stuff. The next one, this is after our conference meet. We had 15 all-conference guys 2 years ago. All 15 of them, you have to have good pictures though. Don't put out bad pictures. All 15 of them made the poster. Really, really cool stuff.